channel. Today I am doing another story time, and it is about a crazy ass date I went on. Again, I have a bunch of shit written down because oh my gosh. I do want to give a warning if this triggers anyone, because there is a part in the story about where he kind of violated me. So if that's going to trigger you, do not watch this. I want to say I met him on a dating app. I think it was Tinder or OkCupid. I don't know. So we started talking in springtime, and then we finally met up in wintertime or late fall time. I remember it was freezing and it had snowed a little bit. We're finally talking about going on a date. I brought up Buffalo Wild Wings because I am a Buffalo Wild Wings hoe. And he asked if I've ever been to Longhorn Steakhouse, and I don't think at that point, I don't think I truly went there like that. And I said I never really did. He demanded we have to go there. I'm like, okay. I didn't tell him I really don't like steak amazingly like that. Like, I don't like it. I prefer like chicken or something, but I still went. So the date finally came around. I wanted to do something by my local mall, and in my local mall, it is my mall, then a cinema theater, and then it has like a few restaurants across from it. And then so Longhorn was across from the mall, and I got dropped off at the mall. I walked over. Once I got there honestly late. I was fashionably late. And right off the bat, I felt a little off because I saw him drinking a Bud Light, and that gave me a weird vibe because he was a recovering alcoholic. And I believe it was like his second or something, and he was ordering another one. And I thought it was very weird. I didn't say anything. No, actually I did. I said, "Are you sure you want to drink that?" Because I knew that he was a recovering alcoholic. I ordered food, and then this is where stuff kind of took a turn. I was sitting in the booth side. I was sitting in the cheer side, and can I just say, it was a weekend. Longhorn was packed with people. It wasn't like a very we were just there, a few other people. Okay, so I sat across from him, and immediately as our food came up and all that, he's like, "Come sit next to me." And I'm like, no, like, I prefer to sit across, like, see your face, talk face to face, and not like have to look over at every little thing. And he kept asking, and every time I would say no, he would get increasingly more mad. And it was to the point where he kind of got so mad, he's like, "I have to go to the bathroom." I'm like, okay. And my dumb ass self was like, "Oh, okay, I'll surprise him and move over." Oh my gosh. So he came out of the bathroom, he saw I was on the side, he was instantly happy. All this shit is weird, but he asked me for my ID to make sure I was legal. And at the time I was 18, still honestly I believe, no, I was 19. My ID, because he worked for the state, he was a truck driver. So I didn't think anything of it, but today I'm still like, why? Like, I don't look like a child. After that, he like saw I was an adult. So he instantly, after that whole thing, started to try and kiss me and like move me even closer. And can I just say, that side of the table was not meant for two people, so we were already close. Um, and he kept trying to move me closer and like trying to turn my face and have me kiss him, which today, because honestly my face was beat at that time. Ooh, I looked good. But I finally said like, no, I don't want to kiss you like that. Like he was literally like grabbing onto my face, like trying to suction cup my face with his face. It was disgusting. And I did kiss him like, mwah, like that's it. But he kept trying and like pulling my face over. And then I believe I finally said no, and he kind of stopped. That is when the touching made me uncomfortable because he kept putting his hand on my leg closest to him, next to my cooch, and I kept pushing it away, like scooting over. This is so irritating to me, and I really wish I went with my gut and ran out or got help. An older couple was sitting next to me on that side. It was a woman sitting next to me. He kept trying to put his hands down the back of my pants, and I kept moving over, like trying to get his hand out, which worked. I was shaken up by that, and I got like an instantly bad vibe. Basically, I was mortified by that, and then I barely ate any of my food, because I was just so in the moment and terrified. Um, so we were finally leaving. As soon as we got outside, he insisted we go to his car, and the reason I met up at a public place is because I did not want to be alone with him. Um, he insisting that we go to his car. We go to another mall, which is farther away from where we were, which did not make sense. Because we were right across the street from a mall, but he was literally trying to come up with any excuse about the mall to get in his car, and I'm pretty sure he wanted to do stuff that I didn't even want to kiss him in the thing, let alone do any of that with him. So I just ignored him and walked over. I said he could go in his car and drive over if he wanted, and he didn't. 2 minutes we were walking. He was still asking to go to his car. We finally walked in, and I walked into Sephora, hoping to get away from him, and he wouldn't see me because he was back on me, and it did not work. Even though we were still in the mall, he was still very consistent on wanting to go to his car, and I kept saying no, trying to change the subject. And as we were walking down like the strip of the mall, we're going towards Target, because I wanted a Starbucks Frappuccino, that cake pop I remember. When we were basically at the entranceway, I think he got so sick of asking me, he literally threw his hands up, got so pissed, and stormed off like a child throwing a tantrum. And like, as soon as he walked away, I felt so happy. I blocked his ass, called my mom. I actually texted her beforehand when we were around Sephora-ish to come get me now, because I was so creeped out and so like disgusted by him. A few months go by. Obviously we don't talk. I blocked his ass. And I thought it was very weird. Like, you know how people have suggested friends on Facebook? I saw him, and then I went on his profile because he said he didn't have Facebook, which is a red flag, because everyone has social media, at least any kind of social media, like Instagram or Snapchat or something, but he did not have any, which I didn't think as a red flag. I saw his profile, I went on it, and then I saw he had a girlfriend, and I messaged that girl, and I actually said, I asked if they were together around the time when we went on a date. And she's like, yeah, we've been together for 6 months. I mean, 6 years. And I'm just like, told him basically like what we did. And she kept asking questions, but I deleted all of the text between us. And all I knew was his car was green. The truck driver. And she did not believe me, which doesn't make sense if a female that doesn't even know you is messaging you to tell you that your boyfriend cheated on you. Like, there's no reason. Like, there was no reason. I don't even know her personally or at all. Well, that's it for my story time. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.